It is Thursday, October 22. Welcome to CGN News. Police in Guyana say they are investigating an intrusion at the residence of Chief Justice Roxanne George Wiltshire, where a man pointed a toy gun at two law enforcers before fleeing. Police sources Wednesday night said that an unnamed suspect has been held. The incident occurred around 2 p.m. At the time, two police officers, a male and a female, were present at the property, acting as security guards. No motive has been established. The government, in a statement, condemned the attempt in the strongest possible terms and said it was the latest assault on democracy in their country, of which the judiciary forms one of its cornerstones. The government has advised the Guyana Police Force to ensure that the Chief Justice is provided with all the necessary security for the protection of her person, family and property. Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Amor Motley, is continuing to call for the COVID-19 debt of vulnerable countries to be addressed with new and flexible instruments that would not hobble their development after the pandemic. Motley suggested that there should be COVID-linked financial instruments where the payback obligations follow the country's medical and economic recovery. The Prime Minister said she's optimistic that there will be some positives out of any crisis, since it was out of crisis that major financial reform is born. The regions, she said, just like countries in the Pacific, were exposed to international contagion and were least able to respond. The board of RJRGLEANER Limited has released a statement amid criticisms over the decision of its chairman, Joseph Matalon, to publicly endorse People's National Party leadership aspirant Mark Golding. RJRGLEANER Limited is the parent company of entities in the RJRGLEANER Communications Group, including the Gleaner Company Limited. At Golding's virtual campaign launch on the weekend, Matalon appeared in a video declaring support for the St. Andrew South MP. According to the statement, before recusing himself from the meeting, Matalon advised that he was giving support to a friend and colleague of over 30 years. Matalon also reportedly said he would have done so irrespective of the political party with which Golding was involved. Public safety in St. Kitts and Nevis remains a top priority for the government as the Twin Island Federation prepares to reopen its borders to regional and international travelers for the first time since March. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris, on the October 20 edition of Leadership Matters, said the country has done very well in reducing homicides to record lows over the past few years. Harris said that from a record high of 36 homicides in 2011, the number has been decreased to 7 and hoped that the number will be reduced even further. The statistic was recorded for January 1 to October 13. Further statistics from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force indicate that shooting with intent was down 75%, attempted homicide down 80%, robbery decreased 53%, while sexual offenses were reduced by 20%. Jamaica's Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, says that 90% of previously planned projects are still on target, despite the effects of the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. He was speaking at the recent official reopening of Zoetry Montego Bay in Ironshore, St. James, following a 7-month closure due to the pandemic. Bartlett noted that among the projects to come on stream is a 1,700-room hotel along the Elegant Corridor in St. James, a 2,000-room development for Green Island in Hanover, and a tourism development program planned for Port Royal and the wider Kingston. He said that the government continues to work tirelessly to create an environment that attracts and fosters premium investment in the tourism sector. As part of ongoing efforts to mitigate the impact of public health threats, the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPHA will on November 5 launch 2 initiatives to protect the region's tourism sector. Executive Director of CARPHA, Dr. Joy St. John, says the new tools are part of the Travelers Health Program, THP, which provides an early monitoring and response system to public health issues that impact tourism. The THP is a key outcome of a partnership established 6 years ago to bridge collaboration between health and tourism authorities aimed at safeguarding the health of travelers and employees in the hospitality industry. The Caribbean Travelers Health Assurance Stamp for Healthier, Safer Tourism is awarded to tourism entities and destinations that are implementing the recommended proactive COVID-19 health monitoring and safety measures. Hospitality facilities awarded the stamp will be listed as preferred options on the Caribbean Travelers Health mobile app. Narcotics police in Jamaica and their American counterparts are probing what is believed to be an international drug network operating between the two countries. This follows the seizure of an undetermined amount of cocaine at a courier company in Kingston last week. It is reported that the police and the Jamaica Customs Agency Contraband Enforcement Team seized a number of packages. The packages, which were destined for New York, were found to contain the cocaine. Radio Jamaica News has reported that persons in Jamaica and the United States are now under investigation. Donald Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, has dismissed as a complete fabrication a clip from a new Borat film appearing to show him with hands down his trousers. Quote, "I was tucking in my shirt after taking the recording equipment off," end quote, the former New York City mayor tweeted, according to a BBC report. He was referring to an episode in the film starring UK comedian Sacha Baron Cohen, where he is interviewed by an actress posing as a TV journalist. The film, which is due to be released on Friday, is the sequel to Cohen's 2006 hit Borat, where he played a fictional reporter from Kazakhstan. Pope Francis became the first pontiff to endorse same-sex civil unions in comments for a documentary that premiered Wednesday, sparking cheers from gay Catholics and demands for clarification from conservatives. The papal thumbs up came midway through the feature-length documentary Francesco, which premiered at the Rome Film Festival. The film, which features fresh interviews with the Pope, delves into issues Francis cares about most, including the environment, poverty, migration, racial and income inequality, and the people most affected by discrimination. While serving as Archbishop of Buenos Aires, Francis endorsed civil unions for gay couples as an alternative to same-sex marriages. However, he had never come out publicly in favor of civil unions as Pope, and no pontiff before him had either. At least 12 civilians have been killed in an airstrike on a religious school in the northern Afghan province of Takhar, local officials say. They said the strike killed 11 children and their prayer leader. The Afghan government disputed the account, saying it had killed 12 Taliban fighters in the village. The strike came after more than 30 security force members were killed in a major Taliban ambush in the province. Local officials said 14 others were wounded in the strike late on Wednesday. The imam of the mosque attached to the seminary, who was among the wounded and was admitted to hospital, told the BBC that only he and the children were in the mosque at the time of the strike. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.